and gentlemen, welcome to the CGN event hosted by Contender in the Fort Collins area, as this is a $1,500 prize pool. My name is Graf the Giraffe, also known as Dak737. I'm here with maybe one of the best chefs. Even Gordon Ramsay is in awe of this man, the gaming chef. How you doing, brother?
Yo, doing great, my friend. Ready to cook it up. I was there in person last time, but all the way in PA today, relaxing in the chef's kitchen. But hey, we got a lot of action lined up. We got today. We got tomorrow yet. 1,500 on the line. What an amazing, amazing time this is going to be. I believe we got players lined up already. We're going to be going with Penn Island versus Mark. So let's go over that roster here. With Penn Island, we got Jinzy, Wishy Washy, Ruby, and Mr. Builds. Yeah, I heard that they are doing pretty well here, Graf. Go ahead and walk us through their journey so far today.
Yeah, so for the side of Penn Island, it's kind of interesting. These guys came out of nowhere. A lot of them, it's their first LAN. They hail from Minnesota, which I'm from, so it's awesome to see these guys travel on out. But from what I've heard from the other teams is that they have been playing together since middle school, so their chemistry is on point. They have the communication down, and they just automatically know what their teammates are going to do, which is going to be awesome. You'll love to see it. But let's actually go over and talk about the other team. They are going up against Mark. Can you tell us about this roster right here, Chef?
Yeah, so we have Marker, we have Marksman, Marquez, and just Mark. So, I mean, I think they're going to hit their mark about 4 times as hard as anyone else tonight. I mean, it's just star-studded. But however, their history so far for this event, they're coming in at an 0-3. And their previous match that, we're going to be going right into round 2 of this 4th match of the night. They lost 250 to 42. Not looking so hot for Mark. I'd say they're missing the mark a little, but with 4 marks, how much can you miss it?
You're absolutely right. And how many Mark jokes can we throw up on the stream? That's going to be the biggest question. Keep a track of them in the chat. It would be absolutely incredible to go over. But I like how you pointed out, unfortunately, their team right now isn't doing so hot. This is the final match of Group A. We've already gone through all of their matches off stream due to the Challengers Cup, so we weren't able to stream it, but we're glad to be able to bring you this final one for Group A. And currently sitting at the top of the standings, it is Infinite Florida eSports, but we're going to have to wait right now because we're already loading on in to the map 2. It's going to be Greenberg Hotel, Penn Island. They're sitting at 2-1, looking to go 3-1 and secure this second seed in Group A.
Yes, sir. And the only match they lost was against the #1 Infinite Florida, and it went all the way to round 5. They lost that 3-2, so definitely a heavy hitter here. Looking at how today has gone, I mean, Penn Island's looking like a good 3-0 here, especially coming off that 250-42. But hey, S&D, let's see how it goes.
Absolutely, and this is kind of their one mode. Yeah, it went to map 5. They ended up going down in I think a 6-3 map 5 against that #1 team in their division, so you can't blame them. But they are looking and starting it off hot with 2 first bloods. They immediately transition over to this B site. Now you leave Mark, aka Contender Guest 29, in a 2v3 along with his teammate Marksman, who is Vegito.
Yeah, a tough start here. They're outside the kitchen, gonna try and get in there cooking. We got Vegito over there on the side. Just got to play this door, hop back and forth, try and get in there. But he got some shots in there. That's pretty good. Got stunned out. They don't have to move, though. They just got to stay in there, defend. 18 seconds left. 10 seconds to defuse it, run in. I don't see them getting this unless they go in and hit both of the people. But no, that's going to do it right there. Penn Island off to the first round win. I love the exclamation point in there.
Yeah, don't combine those 2 words together by any means, but great start for them, like you said, because Ruby MWII ended up getting that first blood as well. Just kind of played that one patient. Yeah, you got into a 2v2. They essentially had to win both of their individual gunfights in that last situation. So great stuff from the side of Penn Island. They're rocking and rolling right now. This is a team I've been excited to cast because everybody's been talking about them. They're kind of the new kids on the block, and everybody's been buzzing about them.
Yeah, like you said, they all came in quite a distance to come into this event, so they have a lot to prove. We haven't seen them here before, and they are definitely hopping off here. First blood again, going to the side of Penn Island. First bloods are everything, and we're going to see those come out to be very important throughout the rest of the night and into tomorrow. So make sure you're keeping track at home who's getting them first bloods because they are huge. Here we go, 2 in a row now. They still have the bomb for Mark, you know, which can be a lot if you can get over to the site. But look at this. It looks like Vegito was disconnected, or was he just chilling back there? I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, just unfortunate timing for them, maybe, but maybe a controller disconnect as well, because they do bring their own controllers, and potentially the Battle Beetle broke down in the middle of a gunfight. We'll just have to get confirmation of that one, but still, I like the way that Mark is moving this one. They've been working together as this duo, making sure they're transitioning as a team, and I love the decisiveness. We always talk about that in Search and Destroys. If you hesitate, it essentially means death. Unfortunately, you're left in a really tough situation with 20 seconds left. They're just lined up for you. Fluffles gets one, and Marksman will go down. Penn Island, they go back-to-back rounds.
Yeah, honestly, on the side of Mark, you know, with them being at a big old bagel for tonight, they're still doing it. Like, he hit his shots. They had some strategy. But, you know, LAN event, everything is turned up to the next level. And I'm not seeing that, you know, star-studded next levelness coming from them today. I believe the bottom seed is going to start out in the losers bracket, so they'll have one chance once the bracket comes out to really show up what they're capable of. But honestly, I'm still seeing a talented list of players here.
Yeah, it's just unfortunately they have not been able to get a map on the board in the first 3 series, and so far in the 4th, it's been just the same as, again, it's another first blood. The aggression from Fluffles is there, but the only part I don't like that he's doing is that he is the player with the bomb, and he will fall all the way in the back of the spawn. So that was Marksman Vegito, who ends up finding that kill, getting into that 2v3. And now if you are Penn Island, that's kind of one of the things, you know, you potentially have to realize is like, hey, I have the bomb. I shouldn't be pushing up this far on the map because it's in no man's land.
Yeah, you know, some ego, you know, could always get behind that too, knowing that their history, knowing how far ahead you could possibly be, you know, how much over 200 point clubbed in the first round. I can definitely see them playing with them a little bit, but you got to keep your head in the game. You know, we got a bunch of brackets coming out. You're still showing off to the rest of the players, the rest of the stream, everyone watching at home, so definitely you got to keep your head in the game, but you know, they could definitely have some fun with it, and look at that nice clean wipe.
A good wipe by the side of Penn Island once again. They've been in the numbers advantage this entire map. Hitachi not able to get much done as this Jinzi, the AR, finding that final kill. And the one thing that I'm kind of curious to see how the side of Penn Island is going to adapt is, do they switch up their strategies? Because you kind of notice that solo chow got to be able to make sure, maybe that's due to the fact that the team that they're playing, they feel so confident, right? You mollywopped a map 1 250 to 42, so they're feeling that confidence, maybe a little bit of those over egos. But that's me. You can't be doing that all the time because that just forces you to get some bad habits when it matters the most.
Yeah, you definitely got to keep the ego in check for sure. You know, you got more games lining up coming after. But I believe tonight, this is going to be their last game for tonight, so maybe they're just looking to end it hot and start fresh tomorrow. But you know, you definitely don't want to think that all your games are going to be like this, because you're going to be seeded very high. Right now, they're number 2 seed. Infinite Florida already undefeated, so it's possible that Infinite Florida will be their first round, and you know, they could just be out of it into the losers bracket right then and there.
It absolutely could, but that snipe comes on, and that player was like, "Oh man, I can't do anything." I love Ruben trying to wallbang it. Ooh, look at the track of the man,
right in the booty,
looking like the sniper from Saving Private Ryan out there, not missing a shot. as we are heading on into the round 5 again. Penn Island, they should be able to close this one out. I don't see a potential full sale or 6 rounds coming out of Mark. And you know, maybe it's a lot of these guys' first time in the LAN. They have a lot of the jitters, and that's kind of the biggest thing with a lot of these young and upcoming players who are just coming into a LAN environment. You don't necessarily play the same way that you do when you play online, and maybe the nerves are kind of getting to the side of Mark.
Yeah, very true. But hey, even if they haven't won a single round, they've beat every single person at home because they didn't make it out. So good on them for making the commitment, showing out, getting that experience. You know, and they're not going home. They're going to make it into the losers bracket, starting off first round if they lose here. So, you know, they're still in it. They still have some more experience to come. But hey, good on them. I know when I was playing, I never got to play in a LAN, so they're already better than me. So I commend them for that.
And now Ruby, he gets put in a 1v4. Oh my goodness! I thought he almost lined him up right there. That would have been impressive. But nonetheless, the first blood goes to Mark, and they finally get that round on the board. Oh my God, he was, I think, just trying to get fancy with it. Mark's min, showing that he can do a 360 and still snap onto the player who was running away. But good job from the side of the Mark boys, because they needed something. They needed anything just to get that tiny bit of momentum. And I don't know, what can they do here on the defense? The sniper, I don't think it was initially brought out by Ruby until around round 4. So they've made those mid-map adjustments, but maybe not for the better.
Yeah, you know, bringing the sniper out's always good. Using the strats, he can definitely hit his shots. On this map, it's not something you really want every single round, you know, between attacking and defending. It has its priorities and strengths. You see them all pushing kitchen. A lot coming in here for Washi. Jinzy able to catch one, and that leaves just Vegito on his own. And that's going to bring us to a match point.
Unfortunately, it just feels like you're getting picked off, and the teamwork, you can clearly tell, is on point. The side of Island is not showing their second player until one of them is already getting challenged, so it would cause, you know, either the other one to be holding those angles. So maybe a little bit of miscommunication coming on in from the side of Mark, not watching that side over, because right as he opened it, he finds that first 2, and that was Washi getting the double in the round. Jinzy as well. Now you put yourself at match point, looking to go 2-0 up in the series.
Yeah, you know, LAN is just completely different. You're at home, you're chilling like I am right now, you know, you're in your comfort zone, and then you get out to that LAN, everyone's screaming, you got that energy. They're literally right next to you, the people that you're trying to kill out there online. It's just a completely different vibe, and if you don't have experience doing that, you're going to get shaken up pretty hard. And we see Mark getting first blooded again, second body going down. Vegito trying to catch up something here. There we go, possibly 2. There we go. All right, on the board, baby. 1v2. Oh, darn, Penn Island does take it.
How did that double just happen? I felt like there was so many missed shots in that chase scene. It felt like I was watching Fast and Furious out there, because everybody was just running around. And look at this by Fluffles. Are you kidding me?
Right in the face.
Turn and burn was too clean. He finishes at 10-3. And maybe this is a submachine gun player that we are going to have to keep our eyes on as this tournament continues.
Yeah, I agree. That was like pretty next level stuff. Really wasn't asked of him to turn up at all, but he still did it, trying to show it up. So good on them. You know, it's pretty much the Penn versus the Marker here, right? Penn Island and Marker, seeing how they could go at it. I mean, I'd go for Marker, but looking how it's going, I think the Penn is the more permanent of writing utensils as of right now. As we go up to another hotel coming up next. What do you think Team Mark here has to do? I wouldn't even say to take back this series, more to enter into the losers bracket of the tournament. What do you think they have to do to kind of work their way through that?
I think they just kind of need to turn into a fine point Penn, right? They need to be exact. They need to be executing everything to perfection as it comes to this map 3, because haven't been able to find anything going yet. That's going to be the biggest problem for them. And now heading on into a hotel, you just got 6-1, 250 to 42 in map, or 6-1 in map 2, and then 250 to 42 in map 1. It's going to be a long haul against a team that took the #1 seed in the division to a map 5, and you haven't even taken a map. I mean, you're honestly, looking up to God and saying, hey man, you throw us a bone here right now, because they haven't been able to do anything so far.
Yeah, but they haven't given up. I see them still trying. They pulled that double at the end and got answered right back by a double. So I love them for it. They're keeping their heads up. Maybe the coach needs to pull them to the side after this third round if they don't make it through. Be like, hey, it's all right. We just played, the second best team. Looking at their bracket, see if they played Locked and Crocked. They played Infinite. Oh no, that's the wrong team here. Mark, there we go. Locked and Crocked. Infinite Florida. They had a tough series coming through. So they had the most knowledge. They were able to get through this series, and I think that they should use this knowledge for the reset into the losers bracket. Not sure if we're going to get to their first round tonight or if it's going to be a fresh start tomorrow. Regardless, Mark, they just need to do a complete 180, spin this one around, and just really hunker down on their strengths and try to work out these weaknesses that they saw.
The biggest problem is that I think they're still trying to kind of figure out how they want to play. Are they an aggressive team? Are they more of like a passive play for picks type of team? And it feels like they're just not, all joined at the hip right now. They feel a little discombobulated. Everybody's sporadic, spread out on the map. And if they're not winning those 1v1s, you saw it. They got destroyed in that map too. And so coming on into a hotel control where teams have really figured out how to do, work the offense. It comes down to Slane, and right now, I don't think any of the marks quite have it, in the bag. I just think this is going to be a 3-0, Chef. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
No, I agree. I'm definitely feeling a 3-0 here. But it's more the knowledge that they're going to be gaining from this, bringing into that losers bracket, that I think that they need to be playing for. Control, I've seen some really great teams lose on the control because that ego gets behind them. They run out of lives, or they just get, capped so quickly. So maybe they could pull a round off of it. I'd love for them not to sit at a bagel the entire series, but I just play for knowledge, really. That's what they got to do. See what they can do on attacking, what they can do on defensing. Like you said, they're rushing in or just play back. Like, pick one and really double down on those strategies for that. LAN, like you say, it's built different, man. If you're getting bodied out there, you gotta not only hear them here, you gotta hear them here. So it's a lot. It's a lot. All your senses are going. You can smell them. You can everything, man. You can go over there and taste them if you want to. It's all right there. But it looks like I think we're ready to load it in here, perhaps. So let's get it right back to hotel.
One thing I do want to point out, though, is both Group A and Group B, there's only 10 teams total, so 5 split between the two of them. All of these teams are stacked. Like, there's so much talent coming on in. If this is your first LAN event and you're going up against a team that has won back-to-back LANs, that ended up getting second or third place in the last one out of 16 teams, you're going up against some pretty formidable foes. And then Penn Island, though, being the new kids, they are showing, hey, we can go up against the best of them. But Mark, they have not been able to show that as of yet. But like you said, sometimes the ego gets in the way for some of these teams in control.
Yeah, well, here we go, off to the start. No Penn Island players have fallen yet. It's a full team wipe on Mark, but Penn Island is defending, so that means that the round's not going to be over too quick. But here we go, Mark pushing up into the restaurant, trying to get this dish served up, and the ticket should be coming here. There we go, trophy coming down for the defense. Players are coming in. Here's Jinsey. Interesting, they pre-fired there and threw the stun. Not sure on that one, but he gets taken out. Sees the toes right there, takes a little pinky toe off, he's out. But I think we are going to zero that out for no progression.
In the middle of the map coverage is perfect because they have a complete line. One player maybe thinking about going on in, to the other side bedroom, but we talked about this before. They are over-committing towards this A site. All 4 players of Penn Island are stuck here on this point, so if they find these kills, they're going to spawn right next to B or right behind it, and that's exactly what happens. In number 6, I think Ruby7 realizes this. He's like, hey, I need to get ahead of these players, and now you're going to be in a 2v1, but he handles them expertly, and that is a perfect halt to the attack that Mark maybe had a chance. Now I do want to point out Contender guest 29. It is Odyssey. I know we're calling everybody Mark having some fun out there because that was the roster name that they gave us, but Odyssey is Contender guest 29.
Yeah, I love Ruby on that double kill defense. It was really all on his back whether that position gets taken, but here we see another flip. It's all like everyone push, die, respawn on the other one push. But A has not been it for them. They are able to stop the clock here. It's all on LX. He's able to hold the mark down. No, it wasn't a permanent marker. Oh, that dry erase ain't just gonna cut it, and that erases them on that round.
Ooh, man, we got so many jokes out here. We're gonna have to make a book, Chef. I think, you know.
Yeah, I agree. We just need a book in general.
and a dad joke book. That's probably what it's gonna be at. Yes. All the kids are gonna roll their eyes, in particular all the rest of the Call of Duty players as well. Everybody, though, having a good time at this LAN. Unfortunately, for the side of Mark, you're gonna be 0-4 with an 0-12 map count heading on into the losers round 1. I just don't see them coming away with this. You have a player 0-8. He even surpassed.
I'm staring at it, man.
He surpassed the agency, so he's already come and gone. But on the side of Penn Island, these submachine guns, Ruby, Fluffles, they have just been getting it done.
Yeah, a 6 streak for Jinzy, 7 now on the board, I believe. Yeah, he's streaked up now. Unnecessarily needed. This capture is coming in pretty hot. If you're Mark, you just gotta double down. You know, you're not winning these gunfights. Fluffles picks up a double. Like, all 4 just gotta be on B. You just kind of gotta let them have it and really lock it down. You know, that kitchen's gonna be tough if you have everyone around it to hold it, but it's just not gonna happen here in B. Ugh.
Oh man, Chef, this is tough to watch. They're bringing out the Vel 46 right now. They're just having fun with it. It's kind of funny because that weapon, if you are literally right next to that person, you are not losing it because it will hit so fast. But when it comes to any sort of medium range, you will immediately lose the gunfight. So I have seen teams kind of troll but use it in certain hills. So I'm kind of curious if that is a weapon they maybe just feel that confident with. But Jinzy, he is 14-2 on 12 in a row. He's looking to come up with the highest streak at this Contender event.
That's true, yeah. A 13, oh my gosh. And 5 of it on the objective. He's just capping it. There we go, he's gone. And he's going to keep the streak alive at 13. Not sure if it'll stay updated, but we got to keep that updated in our heads there. 13 into the next round. Oh my gosh, is he going to drop the nuke? Because he's defending, so this ain't going to be a quick round.
If he did, I mean, you might as well just hang up the sticks if you are Mark right now. I mean, you need to put him up. You need to put him up in a, you frame it whatever you want to do and be like, hey, there's been a time where we were at a LAN and somebody dropped a nuke on us. I don't even think I've ever heard of that yet. So no, you do not want to be the first. But right now, it still keeps it updated. Thank the Lord. But 15-2 for Jinzy. Can he find any more? I don't think I've ever seen. Oh, he goes down. Alex will.
Wow, the first one. Oh, he was feeling hot too. He ran into that. I mean, good on him. Still keeping on it. I know people that would just, camp off at 13, be like, I gotta get the nuke. But no, he was just going out having fun. Like you said, bringing out different guns, getting that practice and see how it feels today out there. But again, Mark, they're getting swept here, but I still want to bring up again. They still beat everyone that didn't show up. Okay, like they came out here. They made it. They haven't walked out yet. They haven't given up. So good on them for being a good sport, staying out there. Again, they beat everyone that didn't show up. What more can I say?
Yeah, giving him a participation trophy. I love it out here for the side of Mark. But what I love even better is the amount of team chals we have been getting from Penn Island is impeccable. This is where it shows that they have been playing since middle school together. So these players have been together for essentially 10 plus years. That's incredible. And so they know exactly what's going to happen. Not necessarily saying they have the best gunny, but when it comes to understanding their teammates, they know it to a T. And like you said, Chef, right now, Penn Island, they're kind of getting stung right now. They've been taking a lot of egos, and it's allowing the side of Mark to kind of stay in this last round.
Yeah, this is definitely the best round here for Mark. They're on the site here. They are down on lives, down on time, you know, yada yada. But they're definitely better this round for sure. Penn Island just kind of trying out new stuff, having fun out there. But I want to add to there about you saying, you know, 10 plus years. A lot of teams, they go out there and practice. They got strats, you know, they're just grinding strats and teamwork. But there's just something different, a whole nother level when you're connected on a personal level. Like your communication, like starts becoming like prioritized and minimized. There's things you just don't have to say. You don't have to say, hey, I need you over here. It's just already happening. It's already done. Be like, yo, he's one shot. He's already dead. No one's calling that. And if they are, it's so minimal because it's just down to the science of them, you know, personally having played together. They know each other's play styles. Then you add on top of that the strats of that map, and that's the next level that we're seeing here. So I'm very interested to see them play against Infinite Florida, most likely for the first seed. If not, they're going to go against someone from Group B that goes undefeated. But we'll see here. You know, clean sweep through this one. Not much really to say about this series outside of that. But Mark, hey, thanks for showing up. Hopefully you get with your coach after this, get into that first round losers bracket, and you know, really pick something up, because maybe someone from Group B goes completely defeated. So don't keep your heads down. You still might get a round out of this. But Penn Island, poof, they're cooking. They're cooking, baby.
Ooh, and you know how the chef loves to cook it, as we are actually going to be heading on in to is going to be the Cobb Goblins versus Denver Surrender. So this is going to be Group B. This is going to be our first matchup coming on in. We'll get the maps, we'll get the team names here shortly, but that's going to be the next one that we're heading on into. In Group B, it's another star-studded, like we were talking about. Just everybody is stacked to the brim of talent. I'm really curious who's going to be able to take this one, but we do have our defending champs, Beaver X Elation. They are in Group B. I'm excited to be able to cast them as well.
Yeah, Beaver's going to be a good one. You know, like you said, the previous champs, we've seen them just absolutely destroy. You got them that beautiful trophy, and they earned it for sure. It just wow, what a crazy team. You know, haven't seen them tonight. Everyone's different every day. You know, you're a different team and different things can happen. Penn Island's definitely up there, has it turned up, but I've just seen a lot more from Beaver, you know, against what I've seen from Penn Island there. Again, they couldn't show off too much because of the opponent skill level into that series. You know, we haven't seen them pull out too much. Infinite Florida, haven't seen them on screen, but you know, going 4-0 and what they did to Penn Island as well, bringing it to map 5. It's definitely a top 3, I'd say, right there so far. So definitely a great bracket, and I'm loving it.
Absolutely loving it. But everybody, don't go anywhere. We have the Cobb Goblins going up against Denver Surrender right after this short break.